What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are 9 weeks away from the first show of the season. Heading to train uppers today. 77.5 kilograms this morning, which isn't an all-time low. I hit 77.4 on, I think it was Saturday. But for like where I'm at in the week, the start of the week, this is definitely an all-time low because Monday's after 2 rest days, and usually my weight actually goes up a little bit after a rest day, and it's actually not up that much. So I suspect tomorrow we'll see a new low because right now it's the morning. So Monday's to train earlier, and it means that a lot of my food is shifted earlier in the day because I prioritise my calories around training, which you should do. So yeah, essentially it means that like the food volume that I carry into the morning is less, and usually we'll see a new low tomorrow. So you never know, it might be sub 77. We'll see. But yeah, currently en route for upper. I've got my pre-workout slushie. So good. So I'm going to do a separate YouTube video on this. I'm going to do a tutorial on like the ice cream that I make from the Ninja Creamy I've got. So I've got the Ninja Creamy Deluxe. By the way, if you're wondering which one to get, the Deluxe, I mean, I haven't had the original one, so I can't compare, but what the Deluxe apparently does that the other one doesn't do is makes it so worth it, because it does slushies, pre-workout slushie, so good. Especially in this weather. Right now it's 25 degrees. It's nice to, go into the gym a little bit cooler drinking this. But yeah, it also does like frozen yogurt, so I've been having like the Greek yogurt I usually have before bed, my meal 5. I've been having that frozen, which has just been amazing. So good. So nice. But yeah, like you can have like your electrolyte drinks as a slushie, which I've been doing. You can do a lot of different things. I think it's bad to have loads and loads of like protein ice creams because you could in theory just do like, I don't know, every meal. Just live on whey, but it's not good for you. I like to have max like 100 grams of whey per day, maybe a little bit less than that, to be honest. I actually don't go above that right now at all. But yeah, like essentially just making sure that you have a good varied diet is important. So like 1 protein ice cream a day, and then the frozen yogurt and the slushie. It's a lot of dopamine hits because when your taste buds are like, if anyone's prepped, they know about taste buds and how they change, and everything tastes amazing when you're at this stage. But yeah, this is so good. It's the in a previous YouTube video I showed like Add Life Pump. I forgot the name of it, but it's a strawberry kiwi flavour mixed with defib cream soda, which is a Stimpre. That combo as a slushie, it hits unbelievably well. And I'm not just saying that. Charlie tried it at the gym. He was like, what the hell, that tastes insane. So cream soda defib is really nice, but that mixed with the Add Life Pump product, I forgot the exact name, it begins with an N, it's like Nitro Pump maybe. But yeah, so in for uppers today. Very excited to see how we track. I feel good, like, I don't feel that flat. Yesterday, it was one of those days where I was like, it's weirdly a lot easier today, I don't know why. Ebbs and flows, as AJ always says, but I felt really good compared to other days, and I thought, oh, we're going to need a food drop, and then seeing the scale this morning suggests no, which is really promising. So I just think we're in the perfect deficit. It's not too extreme, it's just steady, and I'm just achieving steady fat loss. And when you find that groove, you really don't need high days often. So I don't feel that flat. Like I can tell when I start pumping up, I'll feel good. So I'm excited to see how numbers move in the gym. I think it'll be a pretty good session today. We start with the single arm pull down, the horizontal upper back row, pull-ups, the flex or the mega mass incline press, which I swapped in. So you'll see that today. The pec fly, calf laterals, push downs, bicycles. And there's been some modifications to volume in this setup, which yeah, volume's pretty low now. I don't think it'll go much lower, but you'll see kind of how it's been adjusted at this stage, and it's worked really well for retention purposes. Might throw some posing in post-workout as well, just so you can see the look. Well, I say it's been a while, but I pose a lot, but it's prep. Make the most of it. So we'll do some posing, and yeah, I'll run you through the session. But I'm just, yeah, I'm excited for today's session. I think, you know, you just feel like it's going to go positive. It's one of them ones. I feel good. And sleep's been amazing as well. I'm not waking up early hungry as well. Honestly, you'd think I need a food drop, but we'll see what happens this week, because I think I'm confident things will step forward again. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I'll see you in the gym. Right, so we got the new Natural Athlete MBW collab, which is live already. I actually genuinely mean this. I think this is my favourite gym t-shirt. I just love the red and white. The back is sick as well. And it's a really good fit. This is double XL, not the triple XL, because I am a little bit smaller right now on prep. But yeah, it actually fits perfectly, to be honest. Like, this is how I like it fit, like baggier, but also kind of tapered in a way. It's not too loose around the waist. So yeah, very, very nice. They come in white and black, so it's like black and white, like white writing or white with red. So yeah, this is my favourite. Very, very nice. Alright, so done all my like prep work, just for like mainly shoulder health. Just do like external, internal rotation, all that stuff. Okay, we're going into the first exercise, which is the single arm pull down I always run. First in, it's quite heavy in the short, because it's a cable, as opposed to like a Nautilus which drops off. So having it at the front works really well. That's very light. The main thing I'm thinking about when I'm doing this is like just getting a very nice contraction and the elbow to the hip, just really feeling my lower lat, squeeze as hard as I can in the short. It's very easy for people like not get the lat fully shortened. You need to do that at some point in the session. The best time to do it is earlier on when you're fresh to do it. So I'm literally thinking about just getting my lat as contracted as I can. So something also I would recommend, which I've seen, I used to make this error. You don't need a tilt, because what tilting does, like people go like this, is the goal of like keeping your delt still. Now, you don't actually want to keep your delt still, it's just you don't want it to be elevated when you're trying to get your lat short. So when you're down here, you don't want to be here. You need to be depressed and down. But you actually want the shoulders to move into the stretch. So you want to reach away and you want to let this come up, because the lat will stretch further and you'll get more output. So sometimes when you stretch the muscle more, you're stronger, because you've got now more of a contraction to move through. You've got a greater range to move through to contract. If I finish here and I'm here, I don't get as much power. So you'll be more powerful, but you also get way more lengthening occurring through your lat, and you'll just engage more with your lat. So yeah, don't tilt, stay upright, but just think about like once I'm driving down, this needs to come down. If it doesn't, you're gonna get a lot of trap in the movement. Whole machine's moving, rather distracting. It's because I'm bracing against it so hard with my legs, and then as I contract it moves. But I'll say that, it was a rep down, but I did a bit tighter than last time. I think I can hold that now for a bit longer. Well, to be honest, I say that, I held 9 reps for absolutely ages, so I can't complain. Alright, second set. I think what I might start doing realistically is, you'll see me do it on presses today, is like ascending sets, just because it helps with time efficiency. I'm doing less warm-ups, but also at the same time, I'm therefore saving energy. It's not just about time. And I'm getting warmer. Because when you get leaner, you just don't feel things as much when you're flatter as well. So today I'm doing 79 as a back off, and next week I'm gonna do 79 as my first set, and then do 100 after, or even like 93. And I think it'll feel a lot better. But we'll do that on the presses today, and you can see kind of how I approach it. See, that actually didn't regress. If anything, that was up half a rep. It's just the heavier sets and getting warm, which is a bit more of a problem as you get leaner. Felt really good. Right, cable off back rows. This isn't chest supports, obviously, so just bring in a bit of erector. So one thing you need to make sure is not going in and out of like spinal flexion into extension too much, otherwise you'll just load up your erectors a lot, which isn't a problem if you're not like me and you don't have legs tomorrow, but I do, so I have to keep it reasonably controlled. We got plus 25 on the stack. Nice. That was down a rep, but a bit more control, which I'll take again. A couple of things I'm just letting drop off a little bit in favour of more ownership. Second set, I find like when I go flatter, it's a lot harder training the back. So easy when you can feel your back contract, such a difference. Why I think a lot of people have weak backs at the start is because if you don't have the muscle there, it's very hard to train your back, understand how to train it. So what I'm trying to remind myself of now is just like, what is the function of what I'm trying to do for this movement? Like this scapular retraction, you need to focus on doing this. If you forget about the function, start just repping it out. I can start just using also lat and bringing the elbow down and just using every part of my back. Whereas the reality is I'm trying to target my upper back musculature. So I need to remind myself of that a bit more. It's just harder. Like for me, my back goes very flat because it's a weaker area for me, and you'll find like your weaker areas do just go flatter through a deficit. It doesn't mean that you're losing the muscle, it just means that you're very adaptive in that area, and you'll notice the differences when you fill up again. As long as you're holding your performance, trust that you're holding your muscle, because you will be. Some people get very scared when they go very flat, but sometimes, you know, well, it's needed if you want to bring lights out conditioning on stage. You will go through times in your prep where you are very flat, and that's absolutely fine. Whew. Oh, shit. Right, doing 3 sets of pull-ups. This is basically like doing ascending sets, but I'm actually just doing the same weight, obviously. But it's like I'm doing a high rep set first, and then I'm just letting the strength drop off naturally. So 15 reps, then like 11-ish reps, and 9 reps, something like that. But yeah, just 3 sets of body weight. Super easy, super efficient, and just a good system in place just to focus on retaining. I'm a big fan of these actually. Pull-ups are something that I haven't done enough, I would say. Is there any difference between a pull-up and a lat pull-down? Not really. But I think the thing about a pull-up is it forces you into shoulder elevation in the stretch. Because if you fully stretch and hang, your shoulders will come up and you'll get that full stretch, which I think a lot of people don't do when they do a lat pull-down because they just go to there. But if you literally go to a hang in a pull-up, which a lot of people think about doing, you're forced into more of a stretch. So it's just basically just doing lat work in that way is key. And something that has really improved my ability to improve my weakness. Because I wasn't doing it before. If I go back to my training back in the past, I wasn't doing that before. Yeah, 3 sets in here, simple stuff, body weight pull-ups, about like 2-minute rests in between. And then we're on to the push segment of upper. Oh! Right, so we're going on to the shoulder destroyer. No, this is a really nice press, but it will ruin your shoulders if you're not careful. And there's 2 reasons why that's happening, is because it's so heavy in the stretch, this piece. So just when you're back here, and alignment can be off. And secondly, it adducts in a lot. So if you don't go wide enough, you ended up here, and it's very easy to then flare out the elbow and come out of alignment. So you just have to go very wide with the grip. And thirdly, is the lowest setting on the handles is still very low. So you can't, like, this doesn't go up any higher than that. So it's quite a lot of stretch. But I'm gonna do ascending sets to keep my shoulders safe. So this is such a heavy piece as well, so heavy. So 1 plate, final warm up, then 1.5 to work in, and then I'll go up to 2. But yeah, I'm gripping literally out here because that's kind of what keeps me safe when I get it short, it's not too narrow. Three, 2, 1, yep, yeah, nice. Three, 2, 1, yep. Oh. Right, so 2 of the ascending sets done. Finish on that. You notice I did a 15 repper, but then it was like 5 reps. So I'll go lighter next time. It's because last time I did 2 plates first, I got 7. Obviously doing it second, there's a little bit of energy gone at that point. But I felt a little bit more accurate and safer, which was a win. So we'll just re-standardise doing it that way round now and see how we retain moving forward. I think it'll be better. But it's one of those exercises, it's like on a fine line. If I'm not careful, my shoulder won't be able to manage it. I have to take it out. It's not even like I'm doing anything wrong, it's just the machine is very harsh. Especially with that angle of the incline that I've set to it. But it works well for, basically I don't have 2 presses, I have 1 in this session. So I want something that hits a bit of pec and front delt. And a lot of people misunderstand incline. Incline doesn't do more upper chest, just less lower chest. Same upper chest really, and then more front delt. So it's just like everything's shifting up here. So yeah, the inclines, the reason that I'm doing that isn't because I need more upper chest, it's because I want a press that can hit anterior delt and pec at the same time. All right, so another example of ascending sets on here as well. I don't even do a warm up, just go straight in. So I think I did 14 reps in this last time. Let's see what we can get. So just a lighter set first. I think I'm going to take that press out because now I'm going into this and my shoulder's fucked. Yeah, that press it's a nice machine, but like you'll run it for the first time, it will be good, and then as you progress over time, your shoulders will start playing up. So it's a lot of time people judge a machine by the first run, and actually to really know if it's good or not, you need to give it time. Like sometimes you might think a machine's not that good, but the way that you can progress through it and how it feels as you're progressing, it feels so much better. And also a machine at the start will create a lot of pain if you're not used to it. Like good pain in a way, like the burn. And you'll think that means something, and you go, oh, this is such a good machine. But no, you're just not used to it, and it's creating a lot of burn. So don't judge a machine by its first run. Don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing. Like just give it time, and then you'll truly know how it works for you. I've given that press time, and I know it's not the way to go. It's not the greatest. Yeah, back to the Nautilus incline, I think. Oh. Right, so the 3 sets of laterals done. Yeah, I pulled a set away from this a while ago. Just keeps the quality high. But yeah, I just think like at some point, like when you're doing 4 sets in a row, it gets very hard to sustain that. So if you have an exercise with 4 sets on the same exercise, you're probably realistically going to benefit from taking a set away at some point when you're in a deficit, so you keep the quality high. And that's really helped with retention. I'm pretty much doing the same work on lateral raises now that I was doing like way earlier in this prep, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, lying calf lateral raises are the GOAT. Just love them. So much better than a bench. I don't know, the stability aspect when you're dieting. Just more points of contact. Something that people underestimate is the importance of like just points of contact where your body is placed on something. If you're using a really thin bench and your feet are like, I don't know, some benches are quite high up and you can't plant all of your foot, or yeah, you're sliding around. These things make a huge difference when you're dieting. Huge difference. Stability is king. Chase ways to find more stability and you'll be retaining much better. I'm going to show you 2 examples right now of why eating more food in prep is a good thing to do. And a diet break is not a bad thing. Do not be scared to eat up when you really need to. So first and foremost, we've got Gonzalo 1 week before his diet break, and then you have him during his diet break, and now you have him 1 week after his diet break. What you can see is he's got way leaner in that process. Through eating more food, what has happened is his energy's gone up and his ability to burn fat coming out of the diet break is super efficient. He just naturally puts more effort into things. You can think you're always putting 100% effort, but when you have more glycogen, you'll be surprised what you do in the gym. It's like you have a stride in your step. You'll fidget more and you'll just burn more calories easier. And those calories that you burn will also be used in a good way because they'll be used in the gym because you've got so much energy when you're in the gym that you'll be able to just create very good quality work in the gym. So it's a win-win. Here's Dean prior to his diet break. Here's Dean during his diet break. And here he is 1 week after his diet break. Another example, they just got better. They didn't get worse, they didn't get softer, they didn't get behind schedule. They literally just stepped forward with fat loss. Do not be scared to eat up when the time's right. For extended periods of times, like a week of eating up could be super beneficial for you. Right, so I did 2 sets of rear delt flies, pretty boring, so don't really need to talk much about that, but going on to the arm work now, which is also very low volume now. 4 sets across arms, 2 sets push down, 2 sets bicep curl. So I'm starting on this cuff push down, which is incredibly stable when you have a wrist wrap with it. I just can create a lot of force, get locked in, squeeze in my hand as much as I can. My first set I'm going to do pauses just to rinse the shortened position a little more, and then the second set will be continuous. And I'm aligning it with where I come from so it doesn't overload the short too much, because I find I just can keep myself more accurate like that. Oh, jeez. Oof. Oh. Right, so we're back home now, and actually I'll admit, so I messed up a little bit because my camera ran out of storage and I couldn't delete anymore. So it's now Wednesday, up was Monday, and we finished with that bicep curl variation with the easy bar curl, which I changed from the D handles. The reason being is because it's just a little bit easier to set up. It's a really nice setup. I honestly urge, if you haven't tried it, to try the seated bicep cable curl. It's like my favorite movement. The reason why I love it so much is the stability. So like when you're in a growing phase and you're getting heavier, do you really need to sit on something? Not really. But since I've been dieting, I changed it up, and the stability aspect, that exercise has not lost any performance through the entirety of my prep. And I think it's been absolutely key for retaining the muscularity in my biceps. Like, it's just holding so well because of how stable my body is within the movement, just lying back. So it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed that one. So it was a really good session, actually. It was a pretty positive session. There were a bit like some minor drop-offs in the session, but that just came with the fact that it was a little bit flatter, and we have stepped forward with fat loss pretty well. Like today I was 77.1 kilograms, which is another new low. So we're really stepping forward right now, and performance is holding so well. Yesterday's leg session was superb as well, so really happy with that. You can see the posing now from Monday's upper session. This is just filmed on my phone, so you can see the current look. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the detail. I think we're getting to a good position now where it's literally like, if my glutes were striated, people would say the condition's really good. So it shows to me that now it's just like that one body part that needs to come in further. But the funny thing that happens, and you know, you'll notice this with your own fat loss journey, is sometimes you're chasing your fattest body part to get in, but then in the process of doing that, those already very lean body parts just get even leaner, and you're able to tap into like almost like crazy levels of detail in certain areas that just makes you look really conditioned. Even if maybe your weaker body parts aren't fully pilled, those stronger areas that get super pilled will really help your conditioning and how it looks. So for me, this process now, we'll see my back gets so detailed, my upper back gets so detailed, my my quads as well get crazy detailed. I remember like my last prep, my quads, my back was so pilled, but my glutes weren't. And sometimes people make the error of looking at a physique and think, oh, conditioning isn't there because of one body part, and they fail to recognize the bigger picture. But the reality is you should be able to recognize the bigger picture and see the whole physique in terms of its conditioning. For example, you know, there's bodybuilders nowadays that have striated glutes, but they don't have lines in their chest, you know? And that means that they're not actually pilled, even though they've got striated glutes. But people fixate or hyperfixate on the glutes nowadays. But it's not a glute contest. But I know we'll be bringing a crazy look in the glutes because we're in a great position at this point. But that's just the last bit now to chase, really. And like I said, in the process of chasing that, the other areas are going to get even better, which I'm excited for. But yeah, I just thought I'd reflect a little bit on this prep. So far, this prep's been an absolute breeze in comparison. Now, there's a couple of reasons why that could be the case. Is it because I'm more experienced now? Yes, I would say so. Is it because the rate of loss has been super steady? 100%. That's a huge factor of it. I also think I'm better at managing my stress, my sleep. I'm in a very good routine with my sleep. It's very consistent day to day. But I think the biggest part is the experience factor and just knowing what to think in my head to keep myself level-headed, you know, because in the past you get annoyed about certain things in life. I don't know, just annoying, irritable things that happen day to day. And I would fail to recognize it. It's actually just prep that's making me not able to tolerate that. So say something's really irritating, like something's just annoying, like, you know, those annoying little things that might happen. Like, I don't know, you open a box of cereal, this is just an example, and it goes everywhere. Or like open a packet of rice and the rice explodes and goes everywhere. You're like really annoyed. You got to remember, actually, the reason you're feeling angry right now is because of the fact that you're just in prep, and that this thing that's happened does not matter, even though your reaction to it is acting like it does. That's what I remind myself now. It's just perspective, and that's helped me a lot with just dealing with things through prep, and also just telling myself like I've got energy, I feel good. Manifestation is a really powerful thing. So you have to almost convince yourself you feel good, even if you don't. Like just keep telling yourself, because eventually you'll start believing it. So yeah, we're only halfway into prep so far, realistically, and there's a long road ahead. But to get to where I'm at into this condition, it's been so easy, you know. And in the past, I've got into worse conditions like this, and have felt way worse and handled it way worse. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Let's keep going. Let's not talk too soon. But yeah, I can't see anything going too harsh in this process, for sure. Appreciate everyone watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the vlog style video. We're going to keep more content coming, and see you guys in the next video. See you soon.